This year marks 15 years since I started playing Minecraft back in beta 1.4, the update where dogs were introduced. And now that I have a growing Minecraft channel, I've come to the realization that I actually don't know that much about Minecraft. Let me explain. My friends made a server since they got the 2-week Minecraft phase, or how I like to call it, the call of the block. And since I haven't played a lot past 1.18.2, thank you Elobert, I decided to join them. I'm having a lot of fun, however, since I'm the professional Minecraft YouTuber of the friend group, I have been getting a lot of questions about how the game works. From basic mechanics from the newer players to questions about new content from the OG Minecrafters. And let's just say that there are some batches in my knowledge road. So, I compiled their questions, things they wanted to learn about, and my own shortcomings to make this video. It will cover from very basic information to more advanced stuff, so sit back, grab a raisin cookie, throw it at the window, get a proper chocolate chip cookie and a glass of milk, and get ready for 116 things I didn't know about Minecraft. For my friends. That means you. 1. Minecraft has 4 levels of difficulty you can choose when creating a world. Peaceful means no hostile mobs will spawn and hunger does not deplete. Easy, hostile mobs spawn but deal less damage and hunger does not kill you. Normal, the standard experience. Mobs deal more damage and starvation can reduce your health to half a heart. Hard. Mobs deal more damage, zombies can break doors, and starvation can actually kill you. And finally, hardcore. Locked to hard mode, but if you die, the world is permanently lost. You can join the world, but you'll be a ghost watching the world go on without you. 2. Minecraft also has 4 game modes you can play in. Survival, basically the normal Minecraft experience. Craft, mine, build, survive. Creative provides unlimited resources, flight, and instant block breaking. Adventure, designed for custom maps, this game mode limits the blocks you can break or place. And finally, Spectator mode allows players to fly through blocks and observe the world without interacting. Basically a ghost in the world. 3. If you have cheats enabled in your world or server, you can use the command /game mode, then the game mode, to change between them. Or you can press F3 and F4 to quickly swap between game modes. 4. You can use the recipe book in your inventory to easily find recipes, assuming you have the necessary ingredients. 5. If you press F3, you can see your coordinates, X and Z for latitude and longitude, and Y for height. 6. A Minecraft day is 24,000 ticks, or about 20 minutes IRL. That means the 100-day videos you watch on YouTube take 2,400,000 ticks, or about 33 hours in real life. 7. There are many monsters and animals in Minecraft. We call them mobs. Some are peaceful, some are aggressive, and some are neutral till you attack them. 8. The most common enemies you'll find are zombies, skeletons, creepers, and spiders. There are many more enemies, but these are the main ones. 9. If you die or drop your items, they will disappear in 6,000 ticks or around 5 minutes IRL. This timer will only start ticking down if the dropped items are in a chunk that is loaded in. 10. In Minecraft, you can craft items using your own inventory's crafting area for smaller recipes, or you can craft a crafting table with 4 wood planks for bigger recipes. 11. If you spend 3 or more days in-game without sleeping or dying, phantoms will spawn at night and attack you. They will die once the sun comes out though. 12. In multiplayer, you'll notice a bar at the bottom that will show you where other players are. The colors are randomly assigned as soon as you join a world and can be changed with the command /waypoint modify, then the player name, color, and then the color you want. 13. One of the best things you can craft early game is a shield. 1 iron ingot and 6 wooden planks. You can hold right click to protect yourself from melee damage, arrows, and even creeper explosions. 14. There are many materials you can use to make tools and weapons. The better the material, the more durable and powerful the weapon. You will also usually need 1 level to mine the next. There is wood, stone, copper, iron, gold, diamond, and finally netherite. 15. You can now craft leads, name tags, and saddles. For those that don't know, back in the day you couldn't. 16. You can make mud blocks by using a water bottle on a dirt block. 17. If you place a hopper below a mud block, the mud block will allow items to go through it and into the hopper. 18. If you find a lodestone in a chest, you can put it down on your base to make a waypoint for a compass to follow. Just right-click it with a compass to connect to it. 19. When you cut down a tree, its leaves will drop saplings of the same tree so you can replant them. However, some tree species like the dark oak, jungle tree, and pale oak need 4 saplings placed together to grow. The spruce tree can be grown from 1 or 4 saplings. Careful, as the 4 sapling spruce tree will change the dirt around it into puzzle. 20. Drinking a bucket of milk will remove all status effects. 21. Drinking a bottle of honey will only remove the negative status effects. 22. You can get honey or honeycomb from beehives that are full. To avoid the bees attacking you, use a bonfire to smoke them out. With a bottle, you'll get the honey, and with the shears, you'll get honeycomb. 23. You can turn off a bonfire by right-clicking it with a shovel and turn it back on with a flint and steel. 24. If you fall into a bed, you'll reduce fall damage by 50%. If you fall into a hay bale, you'll reduce it by 80%. And if you fall into water, a spider web, or sweet berry bushes, you'll reduce it by 100%. 25. You can use a lead to move animals and some mobs, not villagers. 26. You can also use a lead to pull boats around terrain. 27. If you move too fast, the lead will snap, so be careful. 28. You can use 2 water buckets to create an infinite water source. 29. You can also make an infinite water source if you only have 1 water bucket, if you have also bone meal. 30. There are 21 music discs you can play in the game using a jukebox. Some are easy to find, others not so much. 31. One way to get some of the discs is to get a skeleton to shoot and kill a creeper. 32. You can instantly cook animal meat by killing the animal with a fire aspect enchantment on your sword or the flame enchantment on your bow. 33. With an enchanting table, you can enchant your tools, armor, and weapons. 34. There are multiple enchantments you can get and apply to your stuff, and there are different max levels to each enchantment. 35. The enchantments you can get and their max levels are: Aqua Affinity. Usually mining blocks underwater takes 5 times as long as mining them out of the water. Aqua Affinity grants 400% submerged mining speed, negating this penalty. Its max level is 1. Bane of Arthropods. Adds extra damage per hit to bees, cave spiders, endermites, silverfish, and spider. Its max level is 5. Blast Protection. Reduces damage taken from explosions and fireworks and increases explosion knockback resistance. Max level of 4. Breach. This is an enchantment that is applied to maces that causes melee damage to partially ignore armor, increasing damage against armored targets. Max level of 4. Channeling. This is an enchantment applied to tridents that causes a lightning strike when thrown at an entity or lightning run during a thunderstorm. Max level of 1. Curse of Binding. An item with Curse of Binding cannot be removed from any armor slot unless the player is in creative mode. The player dies, or the item breaks. Max level of 1. Curse of Vanishing. When an item enchanted with Curse of Vanishing is in the inventory of a player who dies, it does not drop on the ground, but is removed from the world entirely. Max level of 1. Density. This is an enchantment for the mace that increases the damage of smash attacks. Max level of 5. Depth Strider. This is an enchantment applied to boots that lessens the movement speed reduction that occurs when under the water. Max level of 3. Efficiency. This is an enchantment applied to tools that increases mining efficiency, making them much faster. Max level of 5. Feather Falling. This is an enchantment applied to boots that reduces fall damage. Max level of 4. Fire Aspect. This is an enchantment applied to swords, maces, and spears that ignites entities hit with melee damage. Max level of 2. Fire Protection. This is an enchantment applied to armor that reduces damage received from fire. It also reduces burning time. Max level of 4. Flame. This is an enchantment applied to bows that causes arrows to be set on fire. Max level of 1. Fortune. This is an enchantment applied to tools that gives a chance to receive more item drops from certain blocks. Max level of 3. Frostwalker. This enchantment is applied to boots and it turns water into frosted ice beneath the user's feet and provides immunity to campfire and magma block damage. Max level of 2. Impaling. This is applied to tridents and it substantially increases damage against aquatic mobs and increases damage against entities in water or under the rain. Max level of 5. Infinity. This is applied to bows and it prevents the consumption of arrows, except for spectral arrows or tipped arrows. Max level of 1. Knockback. Applied to swords and spears that increases melee knockback. Max level of 2. Looting. This is applied to swords and spears and it gives the chance to receive more item drops from certain mobs. Max level of 3. Loyalty. This is applied to tridents and it causes the thrown trident to fly back to the player who threw it after it lands. Max level of 3. Luck of the Sea. This is applied to fishing rods and it increases the rate of treasure items from fishing. Max level of 3. Lunge. This is applied to spears and it causes jab attacks to propel the wielder forward horizontally. When used, Lunge consumes saturation and hunger at an amount depending on the enchantment level, as well as 1 durability. The distance gained from Lunge is increased when in midair. Max level of 3. Lure. This is applied to fishing rods and it decreases the wait time between bites when fishing. Max level of 3. Mending. This restores an item's durability when a player collects experience orbs. This restoration only applies to items that both have the enchantment and are in either an armor slot or in either of your hands. Max level of 1. Multi-shot. This is applied to crossbows and it makes it so you fire 3 copied projectiles of whatever you loaded into the crossbow at the cost of draining more durability. Max level of 1. Piercing. This is applied to crossbows and it allows fired arrows to damage and fly through multiple entities, including shields, without being consumed. Max level of 4. Power. Applied to bows that increases arrow damage. Max level of 5. Projectile Protection. Applied to armor that reduces damage received from arrows, tridents, and any other projectile. Max level of 4. Protection. Applied to armor that adds bonus damage reduction. Max level of 4. Punch. Applied to bows that increases arrow knockback. Max level of 2. Quick Charge. Applied to crossbows that reduces charge time. Max level of 3. Respiration. Applied to helmets and it extends how long you can hold your breath underwater. Max level of 3. Riptide. Applied to tridents that causes the trident to launch the user when used in water or rain, replacing the trident's ability to be thrown as a projectile. Max level of 3. Sharpness. Applied to swords, axes, and spears that increases melee damage. Max level of 5. Silk Touch. Applied to tools that cause certain blocks to drop themselves instead of their normal drops. Max level of 1. Smite. Applied to swords, axes, spears, and maces that substantially increase melee damage against undead mobs. Max level of 5. Soul Speed. Applied to boots that causes faster movements on soul sand and soul soil, but slowly drains durability in the process. Max level of 3. Sweeping Edge. Applied to swords that increases sweep attack damage. This only affects the damage of the sweep attack against other surrounding entities and does not increase damage against the entity that is attacked directly. Sweeping Edge is not required to do sweep attacks, as swords have the ability innately. Max level 3. Swift Sneak. Applied to leggings that lessens the movement speed reduction that occurs when sneaking. Max level of 3. Thorns. This is an armor enchantment that gives a random chance to damage entities that attack the user, at the cost of durability. Max level of 3. Unbreaking. This makes it so tools, weapons, or armor have increased durability. Max level of 3. And finally, Windburst. This enchantment is applied to maces and it causes you to fly up into the air after performing a successful smash attack. Max level of 3. 36. Some enchantments cannot be placed in the same item at the same time, so choose wisely which ones you want to add. Protection, Fire Protection, Blast Protection, and Projectile Protection cannot be combined. Depth Strider and Frostwalker cannot be combined. Sharpness, Smite, and Bane of Arthropods are mutually exclusive. Density, Breach, Smite, and Bane of Arthropods are mutually exclusive too. Fortune and Silk Touch cannot be combined. Infinity and Mending cannot be combined. Piercing and Multi-Shot cannot be combined. Loyalty and Channeling cannot be combined with Riptide. 37. There are secret names you can give mobs to get different effects. Jeb _ will cause sheep to cycle through colors. Dinnerbone or Drum will flip a mob, even Wardens. Toast will give a rabbit a special skin in memory of the missing rabbit Toast from a Minecraft player. 38. If lightning strikes a creeper, a villager, a pig, or a mooshroom, it will change them into a charged creeper, a witch, a zombie pigman, and it will swap between red and brown mushrooms respectively. 39. You can summon lightning during a thunderstorm by throwing a trident with channeling at a mob. 40. Tridents can be found in trial chamber chests, and there is a 8.5% chance they drop from drowned zombies that have them if you kill them. 41. A charged creeper explosions will always drop one head of zombies, skeletons, withered skeletons, piglins, and other creepers that are caught by the explosion. Only one head per explosion though. 42. If you give a creeper a potion effect and they explode, they will leave behind a lingering cloud of that effect. 43. Many Minecraft mobs have phobias. Creepers are scared of cats and ocelots, Endermen hate water and rain, skeletons flee from wolves, wolves flee from llamas, phantoms are scared of cats, piglins are terrified of zombie piglins, hoglins are afraid of warp fungi, nether portals, and respawn anchors, spiders flee from armadillos, and foxes are scared of wolves and polar bears. 44. Endermen will attack you if you look them in the face. 45. A good way to kill an Enderman is to trap them in a boat or by hiding below a 2-block tall roof. Since Endermen are 3 blocks tall, they won't be able to attack you. 46. Wardens are one of the most powerful mobs in the game. They can be found in the deep dark. They spawn after 3 screams from a shrieker. The Warden is blind and will attack you if you make a sound. He'll also attack any other creature that makes sounds. 47. If a Warden successfully detects a target, it rapidly strikes them with its arms or fires damaging sonic beams which pass through blocks and ignore armor, shields, as well as all enchantments. 48. After 60 seconds of not detecting anything, the Warden will burrow into the ground and despawn. 49. You can use glow squid ink sacs to make signs glow, and honeycomb to make them uneditable. 50. To remove the glow, you can use a normal squid ink sac. 51. To remove the honeycomb, you'll need to break the sign and place it again. 52. If you are farming in a cold biome, you can use waterlogged leaves or waterlogged blocks to prevent the water from freezing. 53. Chests can be opened if a block is on top of it. However, they will open for things that aren't considered full block, like slabs, stairs, or even till dirt. 54. If you crouch right-click a wood log with an axe, you'll shape the bark off of it. 55. If you right-click dirt with a shovel, it will turn into path blocks. 56. You can make banners with 6 wool and a stick. 57. Banners can be colored with a loom to add any design you want. 58. You can also find banner patterns or craft them yourself to add special designs to your banners. 59. Also, you can add a banner to your shield for extra flair. 60. You can craft hanging signs with 6 stripped wood logs and 2 chains. 61. If you place a hanging sign next to a block, it will place it on a pole. 62. If you place them normally under a block, it will have 2 chains, and if you place them while crouching, it will have only 1 chain. 63. You can get more flowers out of a 2-block tall flower by using bone meal on the top. 64. You might find armor trims around the world. You can place the trims into a smithing table with an armor piece and a mineral to decorate your armor. 65. Each set has a different design, and depending on what mineral you use, it will give them a different color. 66. If you feed a parrot a cookie, it will die. Apparently, chocolate is toxic to parrots IRL. 67. You can trap cod, salmon, tropical fish, pufferfish, axolotls, and tadpoles with a water bucket. 68. You can then name this bucket in an anvil, and the animal will retain the name you gave the bucket once you release it. 69. You can tame wolves with bones. They will turn into dogs. 70. You can also tame cats and ocelots with fish. You might need to approach them slowly so they don't run away. 71. You can tame parrots with seeds. Sometimes they will land on your shoulders. 72. Parrots will imitate sounds of the world, including creepers. Little bastards. 73. If you right-click dogs, cats, or parrots, they will sit down and stop following you. 74. To tame horses, donkeys, mules, and alpacas, you need to right-click them to mount them until they accept you. 75. You can put saddles on horses, donkeys, mules, and camels to control them once you tame them. 76. You can also put a saddle on a pig, but you'll need a carrot on a stick to guide them. 77. Zombies, husks, drowned, zombie villagers, and zombified piglins will seek and destroy turtle eggs for some reason. 78. When baby turtles grow up, they will drop 1 turtle scoot. 79. With 5 turtle scoots, you can make a turtle shell which you can put on as a helmet. This will give you 10 extra seconds underwater before you drown. 80. You can use certain food items to breed tamed animals. With cows, goats, mushrooms, and sheep, you can use wheat. With pigs, you can use carrots, potatoes, and beetroots. With chickens, you can use any type of seed. With dogs, you can use any type of meat, raw or uncooked, and also even rotten flesh. With cats and ocelots, you need raw cod or raw salmon. With horses and donkeys, you need golden apples, god apples, or golden carrots. With llamas and trader llamas, you need hay bales. With axolotls, you'll need buckets of tropical fish. With rabbits, you need dandelions, carrots, or golden carrots. With turtles, you need seagrass. With pandas, you need bamboo. With foxes, you need sweet berries and glowberries. With bees, you need flowers. With striders, you need warp fungus. With hoglins, you need crimson fungus. With frogs, you need slime balls. With camels, you need cacti. With sniffers, you need torch flower seeds. With armadillos, you need spider eyes. And with Nautilus, you need any fish or bucket of fish. 81. You can use the new golden dandelion to stop babies from growing up. Feed them another one to resume their time stream. 82. You can see how much health your dog has left by looking at its tail. Up means healthy and down means about to die. 83. You can heal your dogs by feeding them meat, even rotten flesh works. 84. Cats don't take fall damage. 85. You can get into an animal pen by placing a carpet on top of a fence. Animals won't be able to get out, but you can. 86. If you breed a horse and a donkey, you'll get a mule. Mules can't be bred. 87. To get the rare blue axolotl, you have to breed any colored axolotls, and there is a 1 in 1200 chance it will produce a blue axolotl. 88. If you manage to find a mushroom island, you'll be happy to know that no hostile mobs will spawn there. 89. You can use colored dyes to color the color on your dogs or cats. 90. Regular pumpkin stems will always point northwest. 91. Sunflowers will always face east. 92. You can use a hoe to till dirt and plant seeds or other crops. 93. The tilled soil will always need a water source to be irrigated. One water source will provide irrigation up to 4 blocks away. 94. You can use shears on a pumpkin to carve it into a carved pumpkin. 95. If you put the carved pumpkin on your head, Endermen won't attack you if you look them in the eyes. 96. You can make a jack-o'-lantern with 1 carved pumpkin and 1 torch. Perfect for Halloween. 97. You can make golems with carved pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns. For snow golems, 2 blocks of snow and 1 pumpkin. For iron golems, 4 blocks of iron and 1 pumpkin. And for copper golems, 1 block of copper and 1 pumpkin. 98. Copper golems will automatically sort items you place into the chest into nearby chests, assuming the same item is already in that chest. 99. Copper golems will rust over time. To remove the rust, crouch right-click them with an axe to shave the rust off. And if you want to keep the copper golem in a rust level, you can place honeycomb on them to stop the rusting. You can shave the honeycomb with an axe if you want the rust to continue. 100. If you let your copper golem completely rust, it will turn into a statue and die. Remove all the rust with an axe and then right-click them to revive them. 101. You can heal iron golems by feeding them iron ingots. 102. You can cure a zombie villager by throwing a splash potion of weakness at them and then feeding them a golden apple. After a while, it will be cured. It will also give you incredible deals in whatever job they get as thanks. 103. Villagers will get a job if you place a job site block near them. For armorers, you need a blast furnace. For butchers, you need a smoker. For cartographers, you need a cartography table. For clerics, you need brewing stands. For farmer, you need a composter. For fishermen, you need a barrel. For fletchers, you need a fletching table. For leather workers, you need a cauldron. For librarians, you need a lectern. For masons, you need a stonecutter. For shepherds, you need a loom. For toolsmiths, you need a smithing table. And for weaponsmiths, you need a grindstone. 104. There is, however, a certain type of villager that will never get a job, called the nitwit. You can tell them apart by their green clothes. They don't really do much except be a leech of society. Get a job, you bum! Oh god, that's some unresolved trauma I should look into. 105. If you want a specific trait from a villager, you can break their job block and place it down again until you get the trait you want. Careful, once you trade with them once, they are locked in as that job, even if you remove the job block. 106. The more you trade with a villager, the more traits they will unlock as they level up from novice to master. 107. If you want to breed villagers, you'll need to throw bread, carrots, beetroots, or potatoes at them. If there are available beds near them, they will make a baby villager. 108. Villagers will follow a daily schedule. From 6 a.m. to 8 a.m., they wander. From 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., they work. From 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., they gather. For 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., they wander. And from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., they sleep. 12 hours of sleep, just like me. 109. The Wandering Trader is a friendly mob that will spawn with 2 leashed llamas. You can trade with them for some interesting items. 110. You might notice some evil villagers scouting near your base. They are illagers, and they are hostile towards you and villagers. 111. If you kill an illager captain, you will get the Bad Omen effect. 112. If you enter a village with the Bad Omen effect, you will trigger a raid. 113. During a raid, wave after wave of illagers, witches, evokers, ravagers, and vindicators will attack the village in an attempt to destroy it. 114. If you manage to defeat all waves, you will get the Hero of the Village effect, and the villagers will celebrate the victory. 115. While you have the Hero of the Village effect, villagers will sell you stuff at a discount and sometimes even throw gifts at you. Nicely done, hero. 116. If you level up a cartographer villager to journeyman, there is a 67% chance that they will trade you a map to the trial chambers. And that's it! Those are the 116 things for this list. I still have a lot of things written down. I just thought 116 was enough for now. You know, not to overload you guys with information. And the video was already, what, 30 minutes long? It's a lot. So we'll call this a part 1. And if you guys want more of this type of content, let me know so that I can make 1 or 2 videos. I think there's a lot of information that I didn't cover, and there is a lot of information that I don't know, that I still don't know, and that you guys might still not know. So let me know if you guys want more videos like this, and I'll make something. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll see you all in the next video. Remember to like and subscribe. Anyway, bye.